Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Merricks here. I thought I'd put together a little video, a launch video, to explain that it's British Science Week this week. Now, after my clip of myself talking, I'm going to show you some fun, practical science experiments that you can try, maybe in school or at home. You'll be taking part in some fun practical science experiments in school this week with your teachers. And whatever you get up to, I really want to see your experiments and your ideas. So I'm looking forward to seeing all those. Have fun, everyone. Okay, so for my first experiment I'm going to show you, it's one of my favourites because it involves sweets. Brush your teeth afterwards when you've eaten them. So you will need some fruity, rainbow coloured Skittles, rainbow coloured sweets. And in a jug I've got some warm water, not hot, warm. And of course a big dinner plate. So first of all I need to place all of the coloured sweets around the edge of the plate in a circular shape. So I'll just have a go at doing that. Doesn't matter what order you put them in. Quite a lot of green ones together there. Might take some out. Let's put some there. So I'm just going to push those in. Push those over to one side. Take a few out. And see if I've got a circular shape. Oh, I've got a gap there. Let me put a yellow one in. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so I've got my circular shape, and then I'm going to pour my warm water into the middle of the circle until it reaches the sweets. Are we ready? Pour a little bit more in. Right, keep watching what happens. Is anything happening? Oh, what's happening there? I can see some colours spreading. Can you see that? Suddenly, the sweets, the colours of the sweets are spreading into the water and making a pattern. Keep watching. Why do you think this is happening? Have a little discussion. Keep watching. What could be happening here? And why is it happening? Well, the science bit, the science explanation, is that the shells of the coloured sweets are actually made from sugar. So when sugar is put in warm water, it dissolves. What does dissolve mean? As the colours meet, they mix and they create some wonderful different rainbow colours. Perhaps you could try that in your class. Let me know what you find out. Right then, my next science experiment is going to show you how to make a volcano. For this, you will need a cup with just over half the amount of water inside it, plus vinegar, washing up liquid, baking powder and any food colouring would be great. I also need a spoon to stir with. Okay, so I've got my cup. I am inside. You might want to do this outside if you don't mind making a mess. It would be inside, but maybe outside would be better. So I've got my cup and I'm going to add 3 spoons of baking powder. It's rather hard with one hand. So 1, 2, 3. Oh dear, I've spilt some. See, I told you to do it outside. Right. I'll give it a good stir. And I'm watching it at the moment. I think it's turning into a volcano already. Right, I'm going to add some little bits of food colouring now. Now, it would be good if you'd got red food colouring for the volcano, but I haven't. So I'm adding a little bit of, I think it's a yellowy colour. Okay. And then I'm going to give it another stir. I definitely think this could do with going outside. Do not, whatever you do, do not drink this. That's a very important message. Do not put this mixture anywhere near your lips. This is purely for watching. Okay, so I'm going to add a really good squirt of washing up liquid now. That's a good squirt. Okay, and then once again, give it a good stir. Very messy experiment, this one. Okay, I'm going to quickly now pour in some vinegar. So are we watching? Here's my vinegar in my jug already. Let's see what happens. And there we have our very own volcano. A rather messy experiment, that one. What have I just done? I know I've made a mess and I've made a volcano, but I have actually made a chemical reaction there. Have a little think. How is that a chemical reaction? So yes, I did make a really big mess in my kitchen just. And I've got to go and tidy up. But can you have a think about that experiment? Can you think how that chemical reaction happened? Yes, I did make a chemical reaction by mixing the acid, the vinegar, and the alkali, the baking powder. The bubbles of carbon dioxide, they went up and they were released. And they went up and up and up, just like a volcano does when it erupts. See if you can have a discussion about it. See if you can try it at home or at school. So I'm going to pour quite a bit of PVA glue in. Squeeze it all in. That's it. I'll tap it there. Then I'm going to put some of my corn flour. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 big spoonfuls. Now I'll find that some baking powder will make your mixture more sticky. I'm going to tap some of that in. I'm going to give it a great big stir. It's very hard, you know, filming with one hand and stirring with the other. But I am a woman and I can do lots of things at once. I can multitask, you know. Okay, so I also have a little trick for you. I've got something I've bought from Amazon. It can be called borax and it helps your slime stick together, but it's actually called magical liquid. So I'm going to add a few spots to that. This will help make all of the ingredients stick like magic. But is it magic or is it a chemical reaction? I'm going to add a few spots of red paint, and hopefully if I give it a good stir, what's going to happen next? Well, I tell you what's happened next. I have got my very own slime, pink slime, my favourite colour, and I can add some decorations, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. Let me see what it feels like. Do you think this is hard? Do you think this is soft? How did I make it? Can you have a chat about it? And was there any sort of chemical reaction going on there? How did all of my ingredients bind together, mix together to make my finished product? Can you see if you can have a go?